another tarot reading here at the Exalted Empress Tarot. Thank you so much, everyone, for hopping on so quickly. I truly appreciate you. I am going to spend some time here and hopefully cheer myself up while I read for you. We're having a rough day. It's also very warm in the room where I'm at, so hopefully we can cool down together this summer. I am doing an experiment here. We're gonna do some different gifts today. So if you would like 5 cards or more for an individual reading, that is the Crystal Dream gift, okay? The Crystal Dream gift. And if you would like just 2 to 3 cards, that is the Little Crown or the Metamorphosis gifts. Either one of those. Hello, Mariana. Metamorphosis or Little Crown if you want 2 to 3 cards, and the Crystal Dream Tiara, the Crystal Crown. I love it so much. I just found it on there and it matches the Crystal Crown or the Crystal Tiara that is on the Exalted Empress Tarot album. So very cool. Let me know if you would like an individual reading by gifting one of those. And in the meantime, I will read for the collective. Let me go ahead and get over here. Give me one moment. And our first card for today. I do not. Gifts only, please. Otherwise, I do a reading for the collective. So card 32 is Aries. You may be an Aries. You may be dealing with an Aries, or you may just be dealing with Aries energy right now. Lead, initiate, and be playful. You are qualified to assume an authoritative role. You can bust out of a rut if you cultivate confidence and let fun guide your way. Okay, let's see what this is about. If your question or situation has to do with a group, how can you take lead or assume more of a leadership role? If you have a vision or plan for how to proceed, don't hide it. Don't feel shy about exercising power. Remember that groups need leaders. A wise and decisive leader is a blessing, not a curse. Okay, if you've been feeling stuck or depressed, this card counsels you to be proactive about unblocking your energy and getting yourself free. Even if you don't feel like it right now, drop on Aries fiery energy and do something bold. Put on some music and dance, change into a bright red dress, or call up that person you've been wanting to ask on a date. Aries knows that we put a little extra work into pushing a snowball up the hill before gravity takes over and it begins to gain momentum on its own. One more fun trick Aries has up her sleeve is seeing life as fun, even in unlikely or seemingly humdrum moments. Events that seem like bad luck at the time often turn out to be some of our fondest memories. Okay, so Spirit is saying we are closer than we think. Oh, thank you so much for the hearts, by the way. I super appreciate that. We are closer than we think to some goal. It just may take more effort than we were expecting, but it is also saying with that snowball up the hill analogy that sometimes it takes a little bit more elbow grease to get something up the hill, but then that snowball effect is still expected in the situation. So this is that startup energy before things start taking care of themselves. You may be dealing with something that had a lot of startup energy, but then there is that exponential growth at the end of it, okay? So expect that and appreciate it will come. It just may take a little bit more startup energy. Again, thank you so much for the hearts. We also have a starfish oracle card right here. So let's look into that. What does that stand for specifically? Let us see. We're going to have to consult this oracle deck that does not have numbers and is not in alphabetical order, which is a decision. I love it so much though. This is why I still use it. I just each time I'm like, such an easy fix. Okay. Oh no, I must have been right next to it. Hello, everyone coming in. Just if you're like individual reading, I'm going to need a gift, please, of either the Little Crown, the Metamorphosis gifts, if you would just like a couple of cards, and then if you would like a more in-depth reading, the Crystal Dream. It is a crystal tiara in there. Where are you? 33. Okay. That explains why it was not there. And it says healing, regrowth, sensory. Whoop. Turn around. A starfish is one of the many creatures that can regrow a lost limb. The many nerves that stretch from the center of the animal to its arms even allows a completely severed limb to regenerate into a whole new starfish, you guys. Loss is painful, but it's a very inevitable and necessary part of life. However, with each experience, yes, if you would like to look at the bulletin to the right, it says which gifts get you how many cards. However, with each experience, there is an opportunity for learning and growth. Healing, regrowth, sensory. Okay, in your case, there may have been some sort of loss. There may have been a loss of something, and that may be why there's a little bit less energy to push things forward. Thank you so much for the rose. We do not do readings for the rose, okay? So just so you know, the appropriate gifts are listed in the bulletin. So there may be something that we lost. It doesn't have to be literal loss. It may be time, it may be effort, it may be resources, but there's something that was lost. It may be expectations in order to try to move on to something, in order to get to something more, okay? And so that may feel like I've already given enough, I've things, I've already, let's not do pregnancy at this time. There may be a lot of effort put into something, but we more, okay? It may be more than we're expecting. And that loss may or may not have been necessary. That may be part of the frustration. We may be feeling like, why did I give that thing, or why did I put so much effort in? You know, oh, hello over on TikTok. It's not, sometimes things aren't easily measured by effort. And let's also say that if you are comparing yourself to somebody else's finish line, you do not know what they went through in order to get to where they are at. So you may be thinking that you're giving the same amount of effort and not getting the same result, but you actually have no idea. They may have given much more, in time, in losses, and they may have just been very determined at the time that they made the sacrifices that they made in order to get what they get. And who knows if they would still do it now. So don't make those assumptions, because you may be comparing yourself to an idealized situation, okay? Again, if you would like thank you so much for all of the hearts. If you would, and shares, I saw a couple of shares, thank you so much. If you would like an individual reading, again, there are instructions on the bulletin, but I'll go ahead and say again, the Little Crown or the Metamorphosis, you an individual reading, and I'll get you a couple cards. If you would like more than that, the Crystal Dream Gift, which is a blue crystal tiara, will get you the other. Okay, I know a couple people are gifting other things. I know a couple people are asking questions. We do individual readings for gifts here. Hello. Oh, thank you so much, guys. Okay, so we're only getting one card right now, and it's the Ace of Swords in reverse, okay? So this Ace of Swords in reverse, I'm seeing that we had an idea that maybe did not work out. Maybe that is the sacrifice that we're talking about. Yes, and we have the Hanged Man. Hello, conspiracy. I'm seeing with the Ace of Swords, yeah, I'm definitively seeing that there was an idea that you had that did not work, and that is causing you to pause with the Hanged Man. You feel like you cannot move forward because that specific idea. We're not doing yes or no's, okay? We're doing a multiple card readings. That is what offered, and that is what is offered in the bulletin. The Hanged Man, okay? So we are taking this pause because we're not sure how to move forward, because our initial idea did not work. Different ideas, we can always do different things. We can always change something. If we change something and it didn't work, we can go backwards and we can try something new. We can decide what different things could work. We need to distinguish between a pause and an actual failure, right? There's a difference between this thing didn't work and nothing worked. Okay, those are two very different things. It's unlikely that nothing you will ever try in the history of life. Hello, those who are coming through on YouTube. It is unlikely that nothing will ever work. It is unlikely that you'll just try things forever and nothing will get better. Those are things that we tell ourselves that are very much just nightmare fuel. In reality, we just have to figure out the right thing. We just have to figure out the correct thing, okay? toaster. Let me fix one of my cameras. Oh, from Brazil. Hope things are good in Brazil. Probably still a little toasty. So we have the Four of Wands upright. So the Four of Wands upright is about structure. It's about sturdiness. It's about having things in our life set in such a way that can support us, okay? So do we have the things that we need in life that can support us? Sometimes certain losses seem a lot bigger than they actually are because we don't have those things in place that can keep us structured, can keep us together, can keep us whole. And so then we say, oh, we don't have what we need. You do have what you need. We just may have a lot of things up in the air right now. We might have some things floating around and we may need to put more energy into the structure or how this structure is, it can hold us together. We also have the Nine of Wands. You may have wanted this for a considerable amount of time, but it did not come together. So it's a little bit more disappointing. That can happen. Again, we need to let this burden down. Let's not hold on to the negative thing that happened because I just don't feel like it's an actual ending. I feel like it's just a disappointment that we are holding on to for a little bit too long. I'm going to pull a couple more cards out. Yeah, we're getting the Two of Pentacles upright, and then we're getting the Two of Wands. So I'm seeing things are hard to balance, but they are not impossible. Okay, you're still holding it together. You probably will continue to hold things together. That is not the issue. It's not that you can't hold things together. It's just that we are having a hard time. I'm feeling like we're getting the things that we want together. And then we also have the Two of Wands in reverse. You may not be looking at things in the correct way, which is what I've been seeing here. So we're gonna move on to a different message because all those cards seem to be agreeing. No, we are doing gifts here. Okay, so let me see. For the collective, we have Pluto and we have the Cayman cards. So Pluto says, let go of the need for immediate understanding and comprehensive clarity. Make friends with uncertainty, okay? And we have 1, 5, 15, or 6. So if those numbers are important to you, or Pluto for some reason, or the color purple, that may be a sign that this is specifically something that is meant for you. This message is meant for you. And then we have the Cayman, which is part of the crocodile gator family. If that is important to you, that is definitely a sign because that is out there. Am I right? Let me go ahead and go over it there. Primordial strength, meditation, stealth. During my trip to the Amazon in 2018, we took a night canoe ride to look for caimans. With their excellent camouflage and ability to remain perfectly still, they'd be almost impossible to spot except for the telltale red color that reflected from their eyes against our lights. In Inca mythology, caimans were supposedly considered the world's first creature. They have, after all, existed since the dinosaurs. The caiman is capable of lying perfectly still, waiting for its prey. When the time comes, it is ready to strike with efficiency and skill. Okay, primordial strength, meditation, stealth. Okay, this is something that world's first creature, and it's interesting, lying perfectly still, waiting for its prey. Okay, this is something that is waiting. It's saying, okay, well, if you don't want to be here, you don't have to be here. If that's how you feel, don't call me mama. That's so disrespectful. Wow, that's not how we speak to each other on my account. Please don't come in here with that attitude. I've never been spoken to in that way before. Okay. That is crazy. Wow, I don't even know what to say. I don't think I've ever been spoken to that way. At least she recognized that I was cute. Okay, so, oh no, I already read for this card. We can do, no, I want to do this one still. There may be something that you believe is hiding in the shadows, okay? Something that's waiting for you, something that's coming to get you, okay? Again, not true. There's no one out to get you. There's nothing in the shadows. There may be someone who wishes you harm. There may be someone like this individual who may not have that much class, but that doesn't mean that you can't do what you like to do. That does not mean that there's something actually blocking you, okay? You can still do whatever you need to do for your goals. Let me go ahead and go to Pluto. Let go of the need for immediate understanding and comprehensive clarity. Make friends with uncertainty. Once you utterly surrender to the mystery, you will be transformed. Pluto is the ruler of unknowable secrets and the underworld, and the planet of intense and total transformation, okay? Some people are afraid of the dark. This is not always a fear of literal darkness, but rather of things that are beyond our ability to predict. See or grasp, such as death, the afterlife, invisible spirits, and the other world. Yet this darkness that so many fear is important and necessary when it comes to transformation. Consider a caterpillar struggling in the darkness of a cocoon, or a phoenix before she is reborn, at the moment when she has well and truly dissolved into ash. So we do have on the side the different gifts for reading. So please look into that. Thank you so much. It's worth the ash. When she has well and dissolved truly into ash. If you find such darkness terrifying, what if you were to find it thrilling? Instead, consider that even while cataclysmic change is taking place, which may even appear disastrous while you are in the midst, necessary space is being made for something new and beautiful to arise. It is like the alchemist said, and there's Latin phrase here, dissolve and reform. Something old and beloved may be dying, but something new will be assembling in its place. Okay, so you are in an unknown space right now. You are not sure where things are about to lead. Can be a little scary, can seem like there's something in the midst trying to get you. That is what Pluto talks about, these spaces that are dark, these places that we're not sure how to navigate. Just because we do not know how to navigate them does not mean there isn't no way to navigate them. Please gift for an individual reading. Thank you so much. What was I going to say? There are still ways through the darkness, these confusing times, through these. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the compliment on my nails. Just so you know, I am live on TikTok and I'm also live on YouTube. So if there's a preference for which platform you'd like to be on, please let me know. But yes, don't be afraid of a place that you're just not sure how to navigate yet. You can always learn. It doesn't mean that something scary is out there to get you. It doesn't mean it can't be navigated. It doesn't mean that you won't figure it out. It just means you need a little time to adjust. Your wife is a Scorpio and you're in trouble. Maybe. Don't tell her I said that. We have the 8 of Wands. Oh, thank you. Summer Sunset. Okay, let me see. We have the 8 of Wands. So something is coming in quickly. With the 4 of Cups, it may be something that you have pushed aside. It may be something that you had been interested in the past that is coming, or you weren't interested in the past that is coming back around. You may give it a second try, and it may have different results that come in quickly, okay? You may have some, thank you for the roses, I appreciate that. So something will be coming in quickly that you have turned down before, and it may give very different results. So what is something that you were not sure if it would work? You were not sure if that was really the direction you were going in. It wasn't exactly what you needed. And see if there's a room for it in what you are doing. Hello, Mahi. Let's see if there's something different in where you are going, okay? So you may want to try to accept it this time, or see if you have any room for a different way of going about things, okay? Be creative. Thank you so much for the hearts, everyone who has been giving those. We have Justice and we have the 2 of Swords in reverse. There may be something that you are not making a choice on because there is no good choice, okay? The things that are being presented to you are not options that you are interested in. Join which in particular. So if you would like an answer to an individual question, there is a bulletin posted on how to do that. With the Justice, okay, there may be something that you feel like isn't going the right way, or something that isn't going the way you wanted involving this situation and doing things that are new. With the Two of Swords, you may not have made a choice on this matter because you did not like what was coming through. Just as a serving, just as will be served, it will come in the way you are looking for, okay? You just need a little bit more time. You need this new angle that is coming in. Let me see if I can pull another card on who exactly may be coming in, if it is a person that is coming in. I have the instructions for how exactly to move forward for an individual reading on the bulletin. Thank you so much. Okay, let me see. How long have I been on here? Okay, I'll be on here for another 5 minutes. If we're still having issues with the instructions, any of the 3 that are listed. So the cardinal modality, do not wait, be bold and jump in. When you take such action, things will begin moving in the right direction. See, this I absolutely love. Cardinal modality, I'm actually going to read it again. Do not wait, be bold and jump in. When you take swift action, things will begin moving in the right direction. I do not, Spirit is encouraging you to be bold, move forward, and do, you know what? Actually, I think, thank you, Mahi. I appreciate that. Let me know if you have a question down below. Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn are initiators. They begin. So if you are an Aries, Cancer, or Libra, this may be a specific message for you in particular. Keep that in mind, okay? Or if you're dealing with someone who's an Aries, Cancer, or Libra, okay? They begin things, give birth, get things going, to find the direction, and unstick. Oh, thank you so much. Unstick. Where we're going to go. Stagnant energy and manifested goals. In short, the cardinal modality makes things happen. Receiving this card is a sure sign that energy is getting... Oh, thank you. I like this variety that we're getting, Mahi. The energy is getting moving in your life, but only if you're proactive about it. In other words, do not procrastinate, do not ruminate, do not sit passively by. Take action, and soon, okay? You likely already know or suspect that it is you. What it is you need to swiftly swoop in and do. If that's the case, consider the following descriptions to gain further clarity. If this isn't the case, let these same descriptions spark your clear and immediate inner knowing about the action that this card is urging you to take, okay? So Aries boldly jumps up and jumps in to get everything started, especially things like parties, productions, and projects. Cancer gently yet consistently gives birth to new waves of energy, including deep connections and deep feelings. Libra gracefully invites in and kicks off new relationships, diligently plans for the future, and takes incremental action to build those plans right away. Okay, so what is it? Are you initiating something fiery and fun, watery and deep, airy and heart-centered, or earthy and pragmatic? Whichever element is most at play in your current circumstance, invoke it, bring it in, be the fire, water, air, or earth. If what you're initiating is most related to fire, perhaps light a candle and dance. If it's water, visit a body of water or take a mindful shower or bath. If it's air, light a stick of incense or take some deep breaths as you relax and clear your mind and heart, okay? If it's earth, empower a crystal with your intention or walk barefoot to the earth. Any of these activities will help steady you, inspire you, and align your energy and divine energy so you will come beyond ready to take prompt and effective action again. So do what you need to do to motivate yourself, okay? There may be something that you specifically need. There may be something that you specifically... Ooh, what about my love life? Okay, Mahi, I will do your cards next on that. Maybe something specific that you need to motivate you to move forward, okay? So not only do you need to move forward, you need to figure out what motivates you. And it can be different things. And Spirit's actually asking you to cleanse your space in order to find that thing that motivates you specifically, okay? If you don't already know what that bead. Okay, Mahi, your love life. I'm gonna go ahead and pull. Ooh, we have new moon. I don't think I've read this card yet for your oracle card. Number 9, new moon. Look with joy at the glorious new cycle that is before you. Beautiful possibilities abound. Okay, and then I'm gonna pull some tarot cards for you to go with it. Let's take one moment. Oh, wow, that was quick. We have the 2 of Cups upright. We have the Ace of Swords again in reverse, Temperance upright, and the Devil in reverse. Let me go ahead and get the meaning behind new moon for Mahi. And it says, look with joy at the glorious new cycle that is before you. The decks are cleared and the way is open. Set well-defined intentions now, for beautiful possibilities abound. The new moon is the exhilarating first day of a sparkly fresh cycle of energy. The moon isn't visible in the sky, but that doesn't mean it is not here, okay? Drawing this card means it's time to ask yourself, what is it that I would like to experience? You can make the most of this powerful time by setting intentions related to your heart's desires. So make a list. Don't hold back. Write out every quality and condition you'd like to call it, large or small. Feel free to focus on every life area or just zero in on one you're inquiring about. Be sure to phrase each intention in the present tense as if it's already true. Okay, and then it talks about not focusing on a specific person. Thank you so much, Kayla. But focusing on a very specific result you would like. Okay, there's a little bit of a difference. They have an example here. So instead of saying, I'm in love with a specific person, or I want the specific person to love me, we'd say, I'm in love with someone wonderful who loves me back, okay? Once you've written out your list, read each item aloud and take a moment to imagine what it would feel like if it were already true. So we are talking about manifestation, so manifesting the things that we want to come in. Part of that is these rituals, making ourselves feel like we are deserving of that thing, in this case by writing down these questions and imagining feeling a certain way, and exuding that energy out. Other things we can do are a little bit more proactive. So I'm seeing that whether you're partnered or you are looking for someone, Mahi, we are looking at manifesting specifically what we want, knowing exactly what we want as we go out there. I'm also seeing with the 2 of Cups that if you are not already partnered, someone is probably coming in very soon. That was the very first card that came out. So I do see that there may be someone around you already, that you may know them, you may not, but they're like around you physically. Maybe there's someone who like works at your favorite coffee shop, maybe they're just in the area, maybe they belong to the same social group as you. One way or the other, you know this person. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. There may be some truth about the situation that you don't know. And I'm seeing with this one, because you may not know this person already, it's not like a lie or something that they're withholding. It's something like they're like, you know, maybe their pattern where you would bump into them, where exactly you know them from. They're like a little piece of information that you're not quite privy to yet. So you may be like walking past each other, you may be speaking to the same people, you may have come up in conversation with others and not even know it because people haven't used your names because you don't know each other personally. You may even have been already at the same social events that you won't know that till later. It's very interesting. I'm also seeing Temperance. So Temperance is about people who mix together, or, you know, situations, things like that, that don't normally go together. So it is a different thing than normal. So this person may be different from your usual type, okay? It may be someone, yeah, maybe just something different from your type. And this could be very obvious, or it could be a personality thing where you're just not, you wouldn't normally go out to this person. I do feel like this person may approach you. they may see the connection first before you do. Maybe you see them as a friend, or again, maybe you see them in a space where it's much more platonic for whatever reason. When I'm getting the feeling that after some back and forth, you may build up that relationship. And also the devil in reverse. If there is someone who, or someone who is around you right now, maybe this is a situationship, maybe this is someone who just like kind of asks for your time, maybe you've hung out, they won't define it as a date, something like that. You're either already cut them off, or you are thinking about cutting them off. They aren't really doing anything for you right now. That is a right move. Get them out of your energy so you can fully manifest someone who is worthy of your time, okay? Because this person is not it, okay? Your new person is around you, and you will find it quicker if you remove the bad juju. So I hope that resonated. Thank you so much, Mahi, for the gifts. And if anyone else would like an individual reading, please let me know. The appropriate gifts are on the bulletin there. We have the Little Crown or the Metamorphosis. You're welcome for just a couple cards. And if you would like more, the Crystal Dream is a tiara with blue crystals around it. And that would be for the longer reading. Let's see. Okay, please do not post things that are not relevant to the chat. Thank you very much. This is not a political space. As it turns out, today is the day for weird energy. You know, this is usually such a peaceful space. I'm not entirely sure what is going on. 6, first quarter moon. Momentum is building. You have set something into motion and is now beginning to grow. I love that. If you would like an individual reading, please, the Little Crown or the Metamorphosis. It's like a caterpillar that has butterfly wings. Or the Crystal Dream if you would like a little bit of a longer reading, okay? So we are doing these things for gifts. Otherwise, it is the collective reading that I will be doing for everybody. So please feel free to enjoy. Momentum is building. You have set something into motion and is now beginning to germinate, sprout, and grow. Be fully present in the moment, even as you look forward to your fabulous future with joy. When the moon is in its first quarter, is either essentially invisible or teeny tiny crescent of light. Over time, the crescent will expand until the moon is in its second quarter, and then of course it will be full. A first quarter moon may be small, but it is a symbol of hope of beautiful things to come. Whatever your primary concern or object of inquiry may be, career, education, relationship, health, or whatever it is, do not be discouraged. If your progress appears to be invisible or slow, even if you can't see it, it's there. So don't give up or abandon your course. With that, patient, systematic, focused action is required of you now, okay? The particular brand of success that you seek is not one that can or should happen overnight. Remember to enjoy the journey. Once you reach your goal or manifest the outcome you desire, you will reminisce fondly about this time. Even the most successful artists, visionaries, and business people look back on their early days and smile. Did they worry? Did they make mistakes? Did they learn as they went? Of course, but they also had so many adventures and inspiring moments along the way. And even if they're bittersweet, disappointments and struggles ended up being worth it in the end. Okay, this is about being a beginner and doing things anyway. You may be doing things and you don't know the correct direction. You may not know what the best thing is to do, or you may be feeling like you're kind of getting bumper card. Thank you so much for the Metamorphosis, Heather. Thank you so much. Let me know your question in the comments. So you are moving forward in something and you may not feel like you're making progress. You are, okay? Spirit is telling you to get out there. Be your biggest cheerleader. Do not listen to the noise. Noise is in fact just noise. If it's not like a subpoena, if you're not doing something you're not supposed to be doing, then you're doing the correct thing for you. Don't let people naysay. Also, I'm just kind of holding up this card because I think it's so pretty. Is this not the most beautiful card? I love it so much, and I love that it's so supportive. Let's also get, thank you for the roses. And thank you everybody who is sending hearts my way. I appreciate it.
Will I connect with my daughter? Let's see. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. Ooh, this card came out. It is the Nine of Wands in reverse. Let's see what third card we will have. And then we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. Interesting. So the first card with the Seven of Cups in reverse, you may feel like you were out of options. So I'm seeing that you may have been looking to reconnect for a little bit of time. You may feel like you kind of exhausted the texting, contact, waiting, that sort of thing. Totally understandable. And I'm also seeing with the second card, we have the Nine of Wands, a little worn out by the situation overall. So then the Seven of Cups, it has to do with choices and how we feel about those choices, whether the card is upright or in reverse, changes. With the Nine of Wands, this is about having to deal with something for a while, carrying the wands on your back, and just you've been holding it for a while, and it's kind of wearing on you, the situation. The Eight of Wands, though, this has a very simple message, and it's just speed, just quickly. I do feel like when the change comes, it will happen very quickly. It'll be like no contact, and then they're messaging you about something. There may be a situation where, you know, they need you and they contact you. I think it will probably come out of nowhere. It won't be an easy in situation. So yeah, I do see that there's probably a reach out that's going to happen, but there won't be signs necessarily, which is really nerve-wracking. But the good news is that when it happens, it'll be a quick turnaround. Okay, so I hope that resonates. Kino, I saw that you were wanting to put a message out there. Could you please gift either the little crown, the metamorphosis, which is the butterfly, which is what Heather did, or if you want a longer reading, the crystal dream. It is like a tiara with blue crystals in it. Okay, same with Lisa. Renee, thank you so much. I actually didn't know that it did the little crown thing. I was distracted. Okay, Renee, did you already? Thank you so much, Heather. I'm glad to hear that. Renee, can you just let me know what your question is? Where are you? Thank you, Leisha. Okay. Yeah, just let me know what your question is, Renee, and I will pull some cards for you. Yeah, and in the meantime, we have momentum is building as our group message. So let's see what other cards we can pull. Oh, there we go. Will I get the job I'm interviewing for? Ooh, okay. Interviews are a hot topic now, aren't they? Wow. Okay. 3 cards came out at once. They just flew. Okay, and I had a feeling about this message and got a confirmation card. So you got a little bonus card here. The first card that we have is the 8 of Swords in reverse, Renee. So that is negative thoughts, feelings, losing sleep over things that we are worrying about, particularly in this case, obviously, about the job and the interview, okay? So please get your sleep and don't worry about these negative thoughts. They probably are not real. They are probably very exaggerated, I should say, because obviously when we're talking about work, when we're talking getting a new job, our worries are very practical, but they may be exaggerated or exacerbated. So let's not add to that, because we need sleep to do our best in interviews, to look at other jobs, to look at other options and things like that. And I see it with the 5 of Pentacles. It's probably not going to tell you anything new. We may be worried about finances, things like that, because we're worried about the interview process. I don't think I need to go too much into that one. But Spirit is saying 2 things. First, we have the strength in reverse. You have more strength in the situation than you are giving yourself. You probably also have a lot more control in this situation than you are giving yourself. Okay, obviously we can't make a job hire us, but we can always do things in such a way that make things inevitable. I know the market is awful right now, trust me, but things will work out. Things will get better. Even if we get an option at first that is not the best, not exactly what we're looking for, there can be for now options, right? what I'm seeing with the Empress, this is about letting good things come to us. Um, and I know it's a job market, so just like waiting for a job to appear isn't practical, but give me a moment. It's about exuding a certain energy and letting, attracting the job, manifesting the job in a way towards us. So that doesn't mean not to be proactive. What it does mean is the energy that we bring to these interviews, into these spaces, even into like the filling out the application process and things. Are we doing that from a like, let me just apply for everything? Or are we going, I know where my value is, I know where I'm at. Can I start only applying to things that I know would fix the situation completely? Am I using all my resources? Sometimes we don't know the resources we have. Are we letting people know that we are looking for this job? Are we letting the right people know that we are looking for this job? I have a feeling that you can attract in something that is perfectly aligned, and it may not be this job. I know that you are looking at a specific one. It may not be this job, but I do feel like something that's coming in is perfect for you, and I'm wondering if Spirit is encouraging you to align very specifically and hone in on the one that works for you, even if it's not the specific one that you are expecting or honing in on. So I'm seeing that this particular one may be a miss, but there may be something that you can bring it, and it may be in an unconventional way. So please open up your options and like be creative on like who we're connecting with and things, because I do feel like there's something really aligned that is waiting for you. I hope that resonates. Maybe when other jobs that you haven't heard of for a while, things like that may come up. Which I do feel like happens a lot of times when we're looking for something new. We'll apply to a bunch of things, no one will come back, and then randomly like 3 come contact you in the same week. I'm so glad. Thank you, Renee. Okay, I don't think I missed anybody. I think I will do one more reading if there is time. Just let me know. The gifts are up there. But if you just need a description, the little crown is like a cartoon crown that is in there, or the metamorphosis. It is a caterpillar with wings. If you would like an individual reading, those the lower level, and if you want a longer reading, there is a crystal tiara in there. It is called Crystal Dreams, and it has like blue crystals all around. Okay, we have the slug and the mushroom, which is interesting. Let's go ahead and look at what those mean. Those will probably be my last cards if no one wants an individual reading. So 31. Steadfastness, pacing, masculine, feminine. Here in the Pacific Northwest, slugs, especially the pictured banana slug, are a very common sight during the fall. The slug encourages us to slow down, which can be difficult in the fast-paced world. It is persistent, focuses on its goal, reaching at its own pace. It will get there eventually, and it knows that slugs, they are the perfect balance of masculine and feminine. Okay, so this is like slow and steady reads. Slow and steady wins the race, the tortoise and the hare type energy. You are moving towards something steadily. Kind of the message that we've had reoccurring today. You are moving towards your goal even if you don't feel like you are. You may be surprised by how much progress you are making if you just look back, okay? Look back at what you are doing. You may be making more progress. Where did you start from, and where are you right now? Don't let other people, or like, don't get caught up in the milestones that you have now. I catch myself doing that all the time. I'm like, ugh, this didn't make as much, momentum as I thought it would today. I didn't get as many followers as I thought I would get today. I didn't, and then I look back at my overall goals. I take like screenshots of things in my phone, and I'm like, okay, like literally 2 weeks ago, this is where I was at, and it puts things into perspective. That may be something that you need to do as well. It doesn't have to be the screenshot, but something similar, okay? Mushrooms, growth in dark times, and longevity. I love that. Okay, yeah. I love that. That all goes together. This has absolutely everything to do with what we're reading today. Some cultures associate mushrooms with longevity and strength. Certain edible mushrooms, such as certain edible mushrooms, must be used as herbal. Have been used as herbal remedies for centuries. Mushrooms grow in the darkest, most unexpected places, in damp soil and rotting wood. Some species, such as morels, spelled Morels,
Grow in places where there were previously fires. Even in difficult times, life finds a way. Okay, sometimes the difficult times are the motivation for us to get better. Okay, I'm not a big believer in the whole like something awful happened and you wouldn't have grown without it. It kind of bugs me, but I do believe you can grow and you can learn from these hard experiences. And that's what this mushroom and slug is saying. Whether you are in a hard time or you just have a rough patch of some sort where something is difficult, these things when you don't know what's going on and you feel like it's kind of like whatever, things are just up in the air, can be the best teachers for you. You just don't know. So I hope that resonated. I hope you enjoyed your time here. I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate your time. I appreciate the hearts, the taps on the screen. I appreciate your gifts, and I hope you will come here again. If you'd like a chance at an individual reading at another time, please come back. I do these at least once a day. And I also have my zodiac readings that are on both my YouTube channel and TikTok if you would like to look at those. And if you would like some long form readings, I have those over on YouTube for you as well. So I hope it resonated, and I will see you next time in the Empress's card. Bye. There we go. $3. I don't think that really 7. Yeah. Who knows? Well, let's see if everything is in there. And $3. Which is my highest one this week, I think. Let's see. I'm an awful person, really. That is the shit I'm talking about. $18 before anything else. Is this the highest one?